Bootleg Theater has celebrated Halloween with an 80s supernatural thriller, a hidden gem slasher, and a trashterpiece creature feature. So, today's final Halloween review is of the buddy cop zombie cornfest, Dead Heat. A dad joke wrapped in undead sci-fi horror. Imagine a screenplay written by Spencer's Gifts. I mean, Dead Heat stars Treat Williams from the busted Substitute sequels and his partner played by Joe Piscopo. When's the last time you even saw Joe Piscopo? So what's the story? When two detectives respond to a series of jewelry store robberies, they realize the criminals that are committing the crimes won't die.
We've hit them about 50 times each.
Maybe they're just flesh wounds.
Will you cover me, please?
Williams plays Detective Mortis. Yeah, real subtle. And Piscopo plays Detective Bigelow. Both loose cannon detectives complete with an angry captain fused over their reckless abandon. But y'all know how these buddy cop movies go. It's all overlooked because, you know, they get the job done. Once they take down the two jewelry thieves, their autopsies only lead to more unanswered questions.
What's so unbelievable?
I'll show you.
Hey, nice shot, Raj. Thanks. Is there enough here to identify?
I wondered that myself. The teeth and fingerprints are practically worthless, but I noticed one thing.
What?
Stitches. You can see where the cut was made, traversing the sternum and incised with an electric saw.
They had surgery?
They had autopsies. They've been here before, fellas. I certified them myself. I even took pictures.
From there, clues lead to a mysterious woman who runs a lab that shows signs of human experimentation. After a tragedy that affects the rest of the film, they are forced to lean on their extreme measures to solve the case. Dead Heat kind of feels like another one of those quirky attempts to pay homage to classic horror, like many films in 1988 did at the time. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Return of the Living Dead 2, and even maybe the Blob remake. They go so far as to even have Vincent Price show up as a dying scientist and one of the clues on VHS. And there's no way I could review this movie without talking about some of the zany and gross practical effects. The junk science of the movie doesn't so much create zombies as it does reanimate dead matter. And there is no better example of this than the deliciously disgusting Chinese restaurant scene.
Oh, no.
I don't even know how to talk about the tone of this movie. Dead Heat is just such an odd concoction. It's punk, it's childish in a Tromaville kind of way, though I must say, not nearly as irreverent, but with non-stop dad jokes and one-liners that never really land, but the movie is so proud that they went there. And I don't have to tell you that Joe Piscopo is responsible for the vast majority of it. If you've ever seen Sidekicks with Chuck Norris or are old enough to remember when he was on SNL, you know what I'm talking about.
Not only that, if you multiply the population of Rhode Island by the square root of my ex-wife's weight.
I must admit that some of the violence in the film is just silly and fun because people will just get shot like 1,000 times and just keep coming like some 8-bit video game.
Yeah! Go for the door! Now!
Transitioning into some of that bad. I mean, I'm not gonna Ray Rice this movie. I've already kind of hinted at the bad. But the bad is honestly what makes it good. Cheese level, 11. Honestly, if you can tolerate how funny this movie thinks it is, and you're okay with cornball, we good. Final verdict, I've never seen a review of Dead Heat. I've never even heard anyone even bring it up. Maybe I'm late to the party. Maybe there's a reason, but Dead Heat is a hidden gem to me. You might need some Pepto-Bismol for some of these jokes, and I wouldn't blame you for it. But it's just not every day that I get to review a movie with zombie cops versus zombie thugs. Dead Heat has a synopsis that sounds like I should be dropping quarters into it. Dead Heat is a clashing dissonance of childish humor, middle schoolers' use of the F-bomb, and plenty of unsupervised violence. And let me say, this one was very hard to review and show clips of because the premise is spoiler worthy within the first 15 to 20 minutes. But if you need something new to watch this Halloween, Dead Heat is a silly, purposefully corny little gem hidden amongst 40 years of weird genre films and obscurity. So don't duck out on this hidden gem, check it out, and you'll have a great time. And that's it. That is my review for the hidden gem, Dead Heat. Thank you for joining me this Halloween. Thank you for all of my new subscribers. And don't forget, the channel is Phil for Real, the show is Bootleg Theater, and I hope to see you next time with either another hidden gem or so bad it's good movie.
Bootleg Theater is brought to you by Phil for Real.